NERDSoul.
Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bring that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go because we got anime and shit. We chilling. Look, we got a show back. We got a show back. A show ended. We got a show. Look, one door closed and another one open. But we got some crew up in the house. All right, we got all of the dynamic duo of the South up in here. I'm gonna give it to a Coop Master Flex himself. Keith
I
Cooper,
don't
say
know
what
about
up.
that, bro. You gotta quit putting people I don't necessarily rock with in my name, man. I don't know. I'd rather take Coop Doggy Dog than Coop. I ain't gonna lie. Coop Master Flex sounds cool. I don't like no Funk Master Flex, but it does. Just Coop, man. Just Keith. All right. Yeah, just call me Mr. Cooper. Is my daddy. I'm Keith. But anyway, y'all.
Cooper.
Y'all can find this podcast also on various platforms under the Blurtish name. URL is getting close. Hopefully this week. Shout out to Black IT. They working hard and they confusing me as well. But we're gonna talk a lot of new things. One book closing, another door is opening back, like you say. New stuff in the middle. We eating good this year. Winter has finally closed out with what one show we're gonna talk about and close the door on, and we'll see.
Yo, man, future's looking bright. Now, I have to give a shout out to the you best believe Kunoichi of the year. All right, she comes highly recommended from all leagues of assassins. I give to you Ninja Sama Cosplay. Say what up. She got some skills.
Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Sama Cosplay coming to you live from the pursuit of happiness in apparently America.
Oh yeah, plenty of America.
Shouts out to America. And not to leave out the dubious one, Mark Dub, what's up?
What up, y'all? It's Mark Dub. Half man, partly amazing, spicily the Creole, not the Cajun. Yours truly, but never truly yours. What's good?
We looking good out here. I'm gonna throw it to Ninja first. Ninja, what you watching? What you watching out in the street? What have you been enjoying in the anime atmosphere, if you will?
I was able to get 2 in this week. Caught up with Go Lucha Ranger.
Yeah.
And also had to catch the premiere of Boku no Hero Academia.
She went real all the way Japanese.
That's right, man. Look, got them gold bangs out there. All right, so what you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Go-Go or you want to talk about Tommy Pickles?
Well, luckily it wasn't a lot of Tommy Pickles this episode. Wow. It wasn't a lot of Rugratsness going on. It was all pure, unadulterated America. And also it stole out of the 2 I watched. It stole the show. Go Lucha Ranger is still good. It's still fun, but we've got a few episodes in, and then My Hero comes in with a strong, fun premiere. It's quite enjoyable. All the backstory we got for Sarge Stripe pretty much right off the way without it being like a big long thing about it. We're like, okay, we got it. Got a little nod to the movie. She's up here on fighter jets and stuff. She is strong.
She's like skateboarding on a jet.
Man, you can't get more American than that. She said, I'm coming in with my boys, my bros.
My bros.
It has some of that camaraderie, that military camaraderie that kind of like nice. American military stories are known for, which was cool. You could tell that they liked each other and respected each other, even though she's like the star, no pun intended. Her quirk is dope. Like extremely nice.
God.
I was watching it with my wife. I was like, this is incredible.
It was just like she just kept going on and on. I'm like, oh. She said, I touch this and then I make a rule for it. And that's where we're at. I'm
Shorty
like, wow.
went kaiju up in that joint.
You know what? Nice. Can I just say this? And I hate to take a shot at another one. Even with a broken quirk like that, I still understand it more than anything I learned on Undead Unluck.
Bruh, look, Undead Unluck can't even be said in the same sentence with My Hero, man.
I'm
Look, we gonna let that
sorry.
joint just wash down the drain in the street. Like, we got real animes back. You know what I'm saying? We got real animes back. I ain't look, y'all hurt my feelings, man. When y'all brought it, look, we ain't even talk about. We talk about Star
Sorry, bro.
and Stripe.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Star and Stripe said, "Look, I'm a ride on top of a jet." We got a little backstory too. We got a lot in this episode. Like we got a little bit of the whole, I guess, ice cracking between All for One and Shigaraki, and whether that's gonna work out well mentally. You know what I'm saying? However,
Man,
that's because maybe Deku can save him. I don't know. We gonna see. You know.
Studio Bones, man. They wasn't wasting no money on animation this time. The body melding, mind melding, demon on your back type of thing. I'm like, this is disgusting. But
yeah,
man,
it was definitely very just weird. It was unsettling.
Yes, it's just like and he's just doing it with a smile on his face, like, boy, you mine. Like, shut up and be my puppet and do my bidding, fool. Like you
And
can't
his
win.
whole plan of like I guess pretty much radicalizing all the heteromorphs, that's seeming to work. So it seems like All for One's plan is like, look, I just want complete anarchy. I don't really like his plan is basically just Mad Max. Like there's really nothing else besides I just want to just burn everything down and just have pandemonium.
And to your point, last year I know that you was like, when is the world gonna get involved? And I didn't want to, believe it or not, I haven't read ahead, but I heard about her. But it's like it is cool that the world now sees, okay, Japan is going through hell. Like Japan is falling.
And we're
Like
getting some conversations about the other countries being like, well, we can't spare our heroes because, due to the paranormal front or whatever.
There was a worldwide
Now
affair.
our villains are acting crazy.
Like
You know what I'm
her when
Copycats.
didn't think he was gonna say he's like, look, I can activate. He's like, I don't have them quite under my control, but all I gotta do is holler at my folk and activate them up, and we'll cut the whole world up.
I also like that there's like some type of, they don't say the words, but there's some type of UN entity that has some type of regulations. Like it's kind of like airspace. You can't just be up in here.
This is true.
Going all hero willy nilly, and so they're like, we don't have permission for this. Blah blah blah. In the airspace. So like, there's always this weird, slight touch of like realism.
Yeah.
That I've always enjoyed about the show, and even then they're like, it's not like in other shows and stuff. Whoever just show up can just show up and just start fighting because who gonna stop them? Which he still did, but they very much were like, there's ramifications for this. Like still, like you're not supposed to just do this.
Yeah, because like I guess her Air Force or CIA contact or whatever, he was like, look, I'm gonna figure out a way to deal with this. Just like I know you're already going, so just go. But
I mean, she said you can't stop me. I'm gone. That's
like, what you gonna do? I'm coming to help my seafood.
License. I'll lose my license, but they come like we know it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna be sooner or later. She's like, America, flag, fly.
Man,
she just needed an eagle as a pet. Just
all she need is a bald eagle and she be good.
Yeah, each time like be like Peacemaker. Each time the eagle pop up and make the noise.
I also find it funny that even though she's super hyper,
her attitude, like everything's cool.
She's super hyper American, but oddly enough, not like in the annoying trope of just like
she didn't show up like USA.
She was very much all that, but she's also like, I don't know. She was just like, I was inspired, to be a hero. I'm falling behind. It's kind of funny because she's American, inspired by All Might, and All Might was inspired by America. It's kind of this weird.
It's symbiotic America hero exchange of values. And like
I
you said,
also like the small, even though it's all the same episode, there's a very small Easter egg of what was to come because when Deku walked outside, he's like, I'm Deku. Like, whatever. Like, he had, for the first
wow,
time, because I don't recall seeing it before, he has like a blanket up of just stars and stripes. It wasn't an All Might blanket. It
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
like,
right.
it literally was just with stars and stripes.
He did have that little star
The little
spangled
blanket was hanging up.
blanket.
It was like a little hint.
I'm Deku, just Deku.
Yo, man, sometimes he's just the same old G. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Even though
sometimes you
he
gotta
got
do
his
laundry,
own
man.
CD, even though you see him on TV.
You gotta take baths now and do laundry. You gotta get straight.
He
Cause he,
he did need a little bit of a breather.
Because he
He
was looking a
it was
little
a it
rough.
was a hard few weeks there.
He was looking
yeah,
a little rusty. And not rusty
He did.
like, just he needed a shower and maybe like
the
just
man was homeless, fighting crime,
soak
homeless
his feet or
style.
something. Like he needed to clean up a little bit.
Yeah,
Because that suit, it was dingy and it had a smell to it. It smelled like
It
he
was
was
a
on a
little
construction
tattered.
site all day.
but to your point about Star and Stripe, I like that they showed her in her, her camouflage before they showed the costume. Because I actually like that design as much as everything else. I don't even know why she put the mask on. I like the mask off. I'm glad the mask flew off. It just looks better to me. But I like her. Like she's like, hey, what up, bro? I need you to do me a favor real quick.
She was like, yo,
Like, but she's so subtle about it.
she like, so
She's like, I'm gonna
y'all wanna
go,
go over
but
there?
I also
yeah,
like that they didn't just file in just because she's running things. Like they already kind of had an itch for it to begin with too.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were watching TV and they're like, man, when
Yeah.
we
Yo,
gonna get tagged in? So they already kind of had an itch for it. It just showed that the disposition of the whole squad was like,
because
let's go.
them people like, bruh, the reporter, he just over there doing his job. They like, look, bro, what you doing over here? Cut this off.
He
It's
was like,
like,
he was like, give me that
Yeah,
camera.
man, that dude dead. That dude go.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Best Genius, you straight up got the Batmobile, but I'm gonna let it slide because it's you.
Man, he
But
got the Gene Mobile, man.
that's a straight up Batmobile. I was looking at it, I was like, it's fly, so I'm gonna let him slide. You know what I'm saying? He got the collar and
He
everything.
don't
I ain't
do
gonna
I
stop
have
him.
no problem with this.
He has no problem. He don't do no less than 100 miles per hour. I don't know where they be driving. They don't drive slow. No, all
He
gas, no
power
brakes.
slides to park no matter where he
That
is.
sucker he don't have a brake. He got 2 gas pedals.
Ah!
Fast
I
and
s-
faster.
I would still love to see a nice little buddy cop movie, like just a mission with him and Hawks, just
Bruh,
like
I-
And
hanging out.
Hawks, man, it
Give
would
it-
be so good.
Bones, the manga writer, mangaka, do it. We asking for it.
Yo, man, just them
Even if
kicking
it's
it.
a goofy story, just do it.
Like
okay.
It would be
some
great.
kind of
Even
like
if it was goofy, it
buddy
would be
cop
great.
mission road trip they gotta do. Let it ride. I'm down with it.
I'm all for it. Like, bro, it feels good, man, when the ones that we all love come back, and then they come out the gate.
Yeah, like
It just
the
kick in the
stealth
door.
bombers formed like a star around the dude,
Bruh.
shot the lasers. Like, come on, man, this is what we need.
That was
woman-
really cool.
Had her own air kaiju with a thunder sword, a lightning sword.
Yeah, like man,
What?
look, like this is how you come back. This is what I'm talking about.
You know,
I had to make sure I had to make sure I added it to my personal collection. You know what I'm saying? I had to build up my library. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be divesting. You know what I'm saying, from the man's controlled media. So you know what I'm saying. But at the same
wait,
time,
what? Wait, did you
It
just
was-
on the slick say are you going to become get on the high seas, sir?
well, I've never left the high seat. I go on the high seas, but I don't live on the high seas. Maybe every Saturday I might
You
take
just
the high
visit.
seas out.
You just,
Yeah, I go out. I don't go to the high seas. I stay
you
in.
don't
I stay in like
pirate.
that. Yeah. I
you
don't
don't
go.
pirate. You go on cruises.
Yeah, I go on slight cruises, peruse,
Well, I
some
be
of the
out,
islands,
I
and
be
then
out
come
there
back.
talking about some yo ho ho.
Call us Jean Lafitte, Jean Lafitte and them out here.
Like I go out a little bit, and I see a couple things. I bring a couple things back, but I'm not
Me
I'm
and
not a
Mark
top. I'm not
are
the top
private-
sailor.
Hey, aye, Captain.
We are privateers. Shout out to the University of New Orleans. They
Shiver
literally
me
have
timbers.
their mascot is the privateers. Is it a gator or is it a pirate or is it
Man,
both?
you may not want to shout them out so fervently, considering they had raccoons up and through the library the other day.
I still got love for them. You know, it's my
Dang.
homie's school.
Just
But yeah,
saying, get it under control. They
I
not
mean-
really privateering if they letting the raccoons win.
I mean, the raccoons are privateering in their property.
Dang.
Yeah, wow.
Well,
Apparently,
raccoons are gangster, man. It takes a lot to remove them.
Bruh, when I walk
It
outside,
takes abundant violence.
I don't. If I even think there's a raccoon in my trash can, I go back inside. Possums, I'll hang outside if I see a possum. They don't bother you. Raccoon, nope. I'll holler at you.
He said,
Nah, you ain't about to find out.
all right, so I guess the only thing that I can think about that I haven't said on this episode is I wonder if we're gonna get a straight up fight between Star and Stripe and All for One.
I'm gonna say yes, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Probably.
yeah.
All right, okay.
We already see the little takeover. Even if it's just enough to make them, something's got to make them fall back. Because right now she's just styling. So there's
Yeah,
got to
Shorty
be something that
went
makes
full
them retreat.
kaiju out there.
She obviously not just gonna win. So I think maybe temporarily, you know, what's his name's gonna get lost.
What, Shigaraki?
Yeah, Shigaraki. And it's gonna be like, oh wait, this different. It's gonna be a prelude because it's a whole struggle. There's like a 3-way struggle right now over that body. So I think it's gonna be for a little bit
Because if he gets
in the opposite
if all-
direction.
if he gets this whole Star and Stripe power that she got,
Just
but at
broken,
least the
man.
thing is, she already know, like, okay, he trying to steal power, so she know the deal. So it's not like she, you know, like she'll be caught off guard. Hopefully from that.
Mhm.
Now,
And
one
it seems
quick
like she got
question.
skills. She don't slack.
Now, one quick question, since I haven't read the manga, she said something that made me, that for one, respect her and give some concern. So it's 2 rules, even though it seemed like it was breaking rules. She says she uses one on herself. So basically, does she give the rule to be like, make me All Might or something, or superpower, or is that not clear?
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily can work like that. I think the properties have to be pretty hyper specific. You can't just give yourself a quirk in the sense that we already got enough people doing that. And I don't think it would work like that.
Yeah, because she did say
especially
she
because you don't
uses
know how
one
the
rule
quirk
for herself.
works, per se.
Yeah, she says she uses one
Okay.
rule for herself. So maybe it's something like invulnerability
Maybe like
or
super,
something.
super strength or something like that. It maybe
Mhm.
or harden me, or like I don't know. It could be something like, I don't know, empower me. Maybe so.
Or
But yeah, I guess,
give me
yeah.
that stuff. Give me that stuff Gojo got where like you get close and you can't touch him. It's like it got a little barrier.
Let's not confuse this. Let's not make this confusing.
What infinity is not confusing. Take the
I like-
red and the blue, you put it together, you get purple, and then you blow people half their body off. That's not confusing.
I'm not hating on it. I just kind of literally take my brain with JJK when I do watch it, and I just turn the key off, and I go, pretty.
snap! You
pretty.
cold. So you gonna diss my folks like that, man. That's
I ain't dissing it. I'm just saying, for me to
Oh no, it
Care.
felt like punishment watching that. Trying to figure out all the dimension expansion and all that and the rules of that. It felt like doing homework. I was upset with myself watching that.
I like JJK is
Oh,
dope.
man.
I like Gojo and Gito, but I'm just kind of like, I don't really care about the main. But anyway,
It's
back
all
to
good.
My
I
Hero.
know I'm on my own. I'll leave that
No,
alone. But we
exactly. Just it's just blurtish. Just kind of like, we there with you, but we not all the way there. Kind of like how Bleach was. Like I was so used to Bleach 1, I got to take time to get back to Bleach 2, so it took me a moment. It's just the same concept that I felt for Bleach is how I feel for JJK. I don't hate it. I actually do like it. It's just a little rough for me. Just story wise, I kind of like don't care.
Yep.
Mm.
Nope, that's what I said a year ago. Everybody thought I was crazy.
it was cool for the season 2 part when I liked the prequel, and then it just jumped back in. I mean, it worked. It's a weird trick of the magic trick to start the future, go in the back, go do a movie. And like I said, I watched the movie. I watched part 2. I watched the preview. I watched clips of season 1 at this point. So I mean, I'm kind of caught up because ain't much change per se, other than people dying. So it's like I really ain't missed nothing. Just dope fights. It's dope fights. But it kind of reminds me of that skit where RDC won, like, they turn it on and they just boxing. I don't understand. They just boxing. What's going on? And then it's like the two people who won the match, who won the day, and they're like, we did it. And then they just start looking at each other, and then the music came on. They just start boxing each other. Like, I don't understand. So,
man, anybody listen to that?
Hey, man, that was a funny skit. I'm sorry.
Boy, man.
Just box.
But yeah, my hero is dope. I'll go on because I know we got time. I'll go on and move on. But all right, you also saw Go Loser Ranger. If you could, Ninja, please hit us with the track one more time. You know what I'm saying? Go and hit us with the track. Blaze us with the track. Oh, she ain't.
Go Loser Ranger. There you go.
It's
the short version this time.
That's right.
Now, a new one did come out, but didn't we? I thought we discussed episode 4 because a new one did not come out.
But I don't think Ninja was here.
Yeah, y'all probably did. I was probably off.
Oh yeah, sure. My bad. Go ahead, take it away.
So you saw episode 4, right, Ninja?
Yeah.
How you feeling about them? How you feeling about them Rangers right now?
It's at that point where there's just a lot of questions, and they're adding more questions and answering, like which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, okay, all right. So like, there's just some very intentional things that we're seeing, like with the dynamics between like their they don't call them lieutenants, but like their main, the lower rank one or whatever. When they had that meeting or whatever, you can kind of see the dynamics between Red and Blue and like how they are with their subordinates, including Red literally yeeting his because he came for his spot.
He straight pureed that
which
cat.
He still has some type of base power, like weapon be damned. It still is he crushed that dude's face pretty easily. So
crushed it for real, man.
Yeah, so that was it. That juxtaposition of like we can be dark, but we're not there yet. So the dude crushes his head, and then he goes up and continues eating his food, like covered in blood, you know. And then some people are responding, I don't even want to eat anymore, but it's not for the reason you think. They're like, I'm just agitated. Like more so they're like, oh my god, you killed that dude. They like really don't care. So yeah, so there's still like that tease of like, okay, there's gonna be stuff that's not great. I don't know. The God thing really threw me off because I'm like, what is this even? So I don't know if I felt like that was too early to bring in a whole 4th, 5th, 6th party at this point. But I'm like, well, I don't know who this God thing is, but obviously it was not good. But it came down and then it went away, and I don't know. We'll see, obviously, but at least that gives backstory to the ginger dude who literally had no problem cutting off his arm. I'm like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah, he did that real casual.
Yeah,
he was like, was this not a big enough gesture? I was like, what do you mean?
He was grimacing through it, and so he was hurting, but he was like,
all I'm gonna say is this is the second time I see somebody willfully cut off their arm and just like, it's not a big deal. Like, man, look, I get it, anime, y'all, but come on, the mangakas or whatever creators, y'all, make the suffering. You just don't cut your arm off and be like, I'm okay.
Maybe since it was like a laser, maybe it was like really fast.
It was already I was like, it was already what do you call it when it's burnt off on the end?
Yeah, like cauterized, maybe. Yeah.
And maybe I guess the adrenaline is going through his brain and he's just trying to get it out. But good lord!
Oh, it still would be throbbing like a mug. In fact, he probably would have passed out. But
yeah, it's just like it's just a scratch. Like, come on, bro. Hey, how did
So I'm ready to not necessarily get questions answered, but I'm like, they are still world building. They still got these dynamics and stuff. And I'm like, okay, now are we going to go to the next episode? Because at that point, it's going to be 5 episodes with like no real answers besides the fact of like everyone has their own motive, which that's obvious. And when they were showing, like I want to say it was the Blue Ranger, like their squad, and they're like, oh, it's the bonds that guide us or whatever. There were several characters that I could tell are going to be more than just like a villain of the week, and I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be a fairly large universe. Got to get through all these face characters, So I didn't mind it. It's more so just I'm just curious to see where do we go for here. Are we going to keep getting darker and keep playing it off? Are we going to go full dark? Are we going to go
In fact,
Magica and really go dark?
something
Like I'm like, what are we going to do?
Said that just something that you said. Now that we've seen this plot, it made me think of the poster that I think the show is about to really start. Now that he's taking over old boy's identity, because old boy is an independent ranger who's in training per se. So now he's about to go from the bottom and really work his way up the ladder, the video game ladder. Because he can't, because just like in games where you meet the final boss and they just like playing with you and you don't have powers. So now he has a system to go get something. And since he took the place of old boy who was always by Yellow Cadet or whatever her name is, Lifeless Eye Girl. So
he's independent. Yeah, he's a whatever they call it.
Was it Shishikuri, I think?
Yeah. So he gets to be by her more often. So maybe that's where the power upgrade will come. So that way, since he has his girl Friday, if you will, he has a platform, and then he got to go beat up these other losers to get a little bit closer to Red or whoever. Maybe.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
While they get these artifacts or something to maybe help him out to be able to deal with it, because it seemed like he was able to figure out how to use it real quick or something in the Switch. I don't know. It was so fast. I was like, I saw it twice and I still quite didn't see it.
Well, it's something going on with either the replicas or if nothing else with how Blue goes about how they have to share bonds. I don't know if it's a DNA, whatever, transfusion, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's going to be for all the weapons that he can't touch it, or if it was just like that was like that particular type, the replicas.
I thought it was because it was a duplicate that he.
Yeah, it was a replica.
So
it looked
I
like
thought
that's
why he was able to use it.
Looked like he was melting old boy for a second. Then he threw off his body stuff like acid and burned old boy in the face with the switch, and it's just
I feel like those are the quote unquote bonds, whatever go-go juice that is. I feel like that's something that fuels, because every color is going to have their own dynamic, the way they do stuff, blah blah blah, and that might be some part of the weird initiation or part of being in blue is that you got something with this acidic presence or something like that and coating it and whatnot, because they made sure they say when they say certain words or something, I'm like, okay, that's important. Like they're letting us know. So when he's like, we're forged through the bonds or whatever, I'm like, okay, that's a through line for this squad or whatever.
Yeah, there's gonna be something that we see again.
Yeah. So no, but
I know we better get some answers next episode, because it's gonna be episode 5, and even though I'm down with this, I do want to start getting some answers. Because
I gotta be honest, I don't think we get no answers for a while. I'm real, because this gonna be I think it's gonna be a while. So I think we're gonna get action.
Don't make it too long, because my hero and Demon Slayer is back.
Around episode 6 or so, they really have to. They don't have to make it all clear, but something has to give. Otherwise, it's like it's just adding on and adding on. That goes against the formula. It's not that we want the whole puzzle solved, but I'm like, we don't even know the personality types of the other Rangers yet. We know that, Red is, top dog and also like a jerk, obviously, killed the dude in cold blood. Yeah. But we don't know how Pink operates. We don't know how Yellow. We know Yellow's got a big smile on his face. We know Blue has scars, but we don't even have an inkling as to how this world even operates. And I think there was time to do that. I would rather we got more of that when they were having dinner and getting some of that. Maybe we saw them go back to the barracks or something, rather than introduce Ginger Kid's backstory right then, because I really didn't care at that point in time. I was like, okay, I know he has his own motive, but I'm like, we could have found that out at any point in time, because I don't even want to
Also, it
deal
was
with the
weird.
gods right
So
now. I don't have time for that.
also, it's mad weird. So I was like, okay.
Because ultimately, they're gonna have to go back to his story to explain what made him switch, or what broke him to his sense of justice to pick the enemy than the people who saved him. So that wasn't nothing. Wasn't explained at all. It just validated that, okay, the villains were villains. So, but then of course the heroes ain't ish either. So, you know.
So
I'm more
we'll
confused.
see, man.
But I like it. I'm more confused, but I still love it.
Yeah, I still enjoy it. I do like that they still take take you out of it sometimes, because he's like, oh, I'm gonna do my tragic backstory, and then they go through the whole thing, and Dee's initial reaction was, that was too long. Like, stuff like that is funny and hilarious.
I like
you talk for too
I love
long.
it because it's like, it's a way to like, all right, we ain't gonna tell you now. D like, look, shut up. I got stuff to do.
Like, look, man, can you just like give me the cliff notes?
Attitude is great, man. Right. It's just like when they do that little fourth wall breaking, it's just like, hey, man, it's too long. It's great.
Bruh, D is like golden. He is. It is ridiculous.
He keeping it real for all us. Let's see. I'll throw. You know what? Before we go to, because I do want to. I know Coop been watching some good stuff. I know he's been watching that. You know, he's been watching that Delicious. But I gotta give some shouts out to the hand-to-hand skills that were displayed this week. See, this week we had a clinic put on by the Brothers of Brofury. All right, I give to you Windbreaker and the first two matches that we get to see up in episode 5, and we get to see why the name of this episode is A Gentleman, because clearly, all right, the way we see a masterful beatdown goes is only done or performed by a said gentleman. And we also see a clear difference between the Furing Cats and these other warriors, because the first dude gets beat.
Buffering is serious, man.
Like, the first dude gets beat and they just toss him off the stage and start kicking him.
I loved it that they just tossed him they didn't take him all the way off. They like, dump him right here. All right.
I thought they were going to take him out back or something. They was just like, nah, just throw him on the floor.
Trash. Give me that jacket.
Man, like, you don't want to go to school there, boy. Look, if you have to go to school there, just leave. Just go somewhere else.
Well, that was a theater. I don't know what their whole deal is. At this point, who was I talking with? I was talking with
me.
Mark. Yeah, you.
Like
and
me.
We was like, the school part. Yes, they're in air quotation school. Throw all that away. There's no authority. There's no parent authority. I call this Thug Lord of the Flies.
Just think of it. Lord of the Flies.
It's giving Lord of the Flies. I love it because these are broken kids who are just in this society that has left them. So I'm starting, like, they talk more about this. So it's like, okay, everybody done had this upbringing where their parents maybe have left them, and they got the love of the community. So that's why Borfin or Windbreaker has, they have their moral compass and all that. They're better. They could be like these other weirdos. So who's to say why everybody else is messed up? But like the dude who the gentleman taught him lessons.
Yeah, Hayato, look.
But his backstory, when he's like, I'm upset about my brother and we were fighting. I think that was last episode, or was it this episode? But so basically, it seems like everybody's gonna be from a broken home. And maybe what's his name? He was mocking
Sakura?
the hell. No, no, not Sakura. I mean the guy, the guy with the eye patch.
Oh,
He was
Hayato.
he was mocking him, but maybe there was a little bit of truth in that. He was like, "Hey, man, we got to grow up because we
Yep.
probably don't have nobody else look for us. So it's time for us to go take a next step." So it was mean. He outclassed him because it just wasn't even nothing to talk about him. I don't know how he lasted this long. I guess they could throw hands on normal people, but
Well, also remember they just used overwhelming force, so he was probably able to kind of hide the fact that he didn't really have skills. Because when it's 10 of y'all and like one other person, it's easy to win. But
I just don't
that
know
one-on-one, man, Suo came through.
Who is more embarrassing? The dude who tried to sucker punch old boy, and he got whooped because you ain't called his boss man by his proper surname, and he mushed your head in the ground. It's like, all right, you done.
Yeah.
Sakura was so unimpressed. He was like, man, I want to fight my teammate more than y'all. Like, man, look.
that was
Sakura so
sad
over there. It's just been 2 sad fights, but good and well animated. But we know that the Sakura fight gonna be ridiculous, because I don't believe nobody who walk around in old Japanese, authentic Japanese shoes, ancient shoes, can't fight, or that would be pretty pathetic. That boy is in them straight clogs or whatever they call them. I don't know. So he probably can fight.
Shouts out to, I can't remember the dude's name. The one that was like, he was like, you need to use San. Because shouts out to the move that he used from Rugal from King of Fighters, where he face slams him. He didn't slide him across the floor, but it was still a face slam into the ground. So I'm gonna still give SNK King of Fighters that love for Rugal. I don't like fighting against Rugal because he got mad moves, but it was dope to see him do that.
I don't really play SNK fighting games. Rugal just look like he's about to hit the dance floor every time I see him. His tight pants and his little cut off sleeves and shirt with no sleeves. Like his brother, like he ready to hit the disco every single night.
Not the disco.
Hit the local discotheque.
Yeah.
Dressed like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But
and
straight
fight
up,
like him too.
that Hayato using like mad kung fu styles on him, bruh. On one hand, I agree with Sakura. Respect me as a fighter, just beat me. You know what I'm saying? Because now what you're doing is demeaning, and it's
playing on my top.
Well, yeah, it's demeaning and humiliating. But there's also another side to where it's like, look, I know you're not on my level, so I'm not gonna hurt you.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
So he was like, hey, y'all was demeaning. I'm gonna teach you empathy. Look how you was teasing your teammate. Now look at you. You right in that same position. You about to get kicked out, and they about to tease you and kick you in the face. So how does it feel? And I love Sakura said he ain't no gentleman. He a cruel bastard.
Yo, I mean, he used, like, I rewound this fight scene over and over where I'm like, yeah, it's straight up, well, not all kung fu styles, but many kung fu styles, it's like, yeah, if you want to get close, I will open the door, I'll let you walk through the front door, and I will open the back door and walk you right back out the back. It's like, all of his motion, he just used his motion against him. He didn't even like really attack the kid the whole time. I was like, dang, this is sad.
He could have crushed his face in any time. And he did it with a smile on his face.
Yeah, and he was like teaching him lessons. He was like, hey, you gotta grow up, man.
So
I was almost expecting to be like, look, just leave this school. You need to come back to both here with us, cause like,
don't
you know what I'm saying? Look, you're growing up the wrong way. You need proper guidance.
You need to go get help and get out of the thug game, son. Go to the group home. Go to a proper place. Get a nice meal. Something. Get out of
Mike
this.
Over here trying to raise other people's kids like Kendrick trying to raise Drake kids.
Oh boy. Yo, I mean, honestly,
I had to throw a little shade.
I could see myself do it. Like, say if someone decides to attack me, and I can kind of tell he's definitely not on my level, or if say if it's a situation where I'm completely clear and this person is clearly drunk, I'm not gonna like go in to try to like murder this guy. I'm gonna be like, look, all right, he's drunk. I'll just twist him around and let him fall on his own, and I'll just walk off. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the same time, this isn't an anime. Some people will get mad that you even did that and still go to the trunk on you. So it's a little different. But I can see being like, man, he's not on my level. I ain't gonna crush him. You know, I'm gonna just get a light workout.
I don't know, man. Consider the setting that this is thuggery. I kind of agree with old boy from the first one. Like, oh, I'm just gonna mush you. I'm gonna knock you out. Don't talk to me. I don't talk. Well, I want to talk to you folks. You weird, creepy, anti-enemy. Like, you know, do you hate on me? I don't know. I do love the difference between both of them, though.
Yeah, because I was waiting for this bit because of how they've been doing the fight. I even told Lady Lisa watched this with me. I was like, you know what? I can't wait to see the differences in everyone's fighting styles. And Suo comes up with a straight kung fu. I was like, yo, when he did the 1-inch punch to the gut, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
I know we probably gonna get the second in command next. I think he gonna be next up. The dude who bent the bat. I kind of want to see him in action. I mean, I know Sakura ain't gonna be last, but I'm ready for Sakura. I'm ready for Sakura to act.
Sakura probably gonna be second to last, maybe.
Sakura go jump up. You know how he go? He go just enter the stage. He just go jump from his seat like ah.
Because he tried to jump up, and Suo was like, "Nah, man, it's my turn. Let me go in and go." I
also love Sakura was up there minding his business. Them dudes like, man, blah 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 blah. Man, Sakura like, bruh, do y'all not know? Have y'all not seen episode 1 when I did the 30 people?
Y'all better recognize.
Do you not know what I'll do to your face? But you know, the little psycho over there, you know, he just gave him that look like, bruh, I don't respect nobody, so I'm gonna crush y'all if y'all don't sit down embarrassing me. Like, come on, you want your jacket ripped?
Little child psycho, he gonna take that jacket back. Yeah. I'm like, so how old is he?
Man, we don't know.
I know this cartoon land, but where are the parents? Or did everybody's parents get the Disney treatment? They don't exist.
Everybody's parents are trash, and they dropped them off at group homes.
This is the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah,
parents,
true.
Lord of the Flies.
Parents, they gone.
I'll throw it over to I'll throw it over to Mark Dub. Sir, what you been watching?
Man, I'm on that Kaiju number 8.
Oh
man, I love that show.
Episode 4, right? Episode 4.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
We looking good right now.
Brad.
See, we got revelations, kind of like Ninja was talking about in Go-Go Lose. See, we got revelations in Kaiju number 8, and shoot, certain characters got revelations too.
Fact, right. Go ahead, Mark. You take it away.
Go, Mark. Man, take it away, man. This show is too good.
Oh, but I mean, you know, so, you know, we have Kafka still struggling, but does this one begin with our girl,
who, Mina, or
it begins where Kafka was bleeding, and before they combined their powers to run around like idiots.
Right,
they weren't running around like idiots. It was a very well coordinated piggyback ride.
Yes, they were. You got me. Come on, bro.
Kafka had his leg was crushed.
Yeah, his legs was broke. Done.
Right. So,
but he stood up. So he stood up. No,
so his homie, he didn't want them to release the safety in his suit that would disqualify him. So his homie picked him up, put him on his shoulders, and ran. And their mission was to go and back up Kikoro. Boy, I'm gonna mess her name. I'm gonna call him all kind of stuff. Kikokoro,
Oh man! I'll pull up her name. Let me find her name. You keep going.
She is like 4 gangsters rolled into one. Like,
she was
everybody else. No one else could keep up with her, man. And they were like, "That's what we trying to do. We trying to back her up." She goes, she kills the big kaiju. She kills the little kaijus. She kills the big one. But then she sees this kaiju who can...
Kaiju number 9.
He moves like other kaijus. He moves unlike other kaijus, and he can talk.
Kaiju number 9.
he's so powerful. He hits her with some he's shooting something at her. Hits her with something that penetrates her suit and resurrects the other kaiju. Like they start reassembling themselves. And she's struggling. She's trying to take him out. He hits her. She's about to die, and one of the kaijus he's resurrected has formed a energy ball and is about to annihilate her. And she's like, I'm sorry I wasn't good enough, Dad. I'm sorry I wasn't perfect.
Oh yeah, we did get that whole backstory of like, she was, of course trying to get the approval from the parents, and so she's the rich kid that, daddy didn't give her any attention. So yeah, you're right. And it's Shinomiya, that's her name. But yeah, go on, drop that knowledge.
Yeah, so she's sitting there, and Kafka and his homie Kafka's separated from them. He's going on his own to go try to save her. He gets there right in the nick of time. Like, Kafka is apparently a very, very, very strong kaiju. He absorbs the blast, and she's like, she doesn't even understand what's going on. He tells
homie turns around. He's like, I got it from here.
He's like, look, you did such a good job. Like, I'm so proud of you. Right. Like, good job. I got this.
That scene right there, the whole thing where he transformed, the animation of that, him blocking the hit, him slapping away the energy ball, him saving her, chopping the thing, then to go from serious to the humor where he was sliding around. He's like, oh, don't tell nobody. It's just like,
please don't tell nobody. Bruh, and she just passes out. It's all too much for her to take.
Top notch of the whole sequence. Shout out to the voice actor. He's delivering. I know I don't speak Japanese, but the way he's doing this, it's kind of
how manic he is.
It's kind of like Jackie Chan.
It's ridiculous,
and I know
man.
Jackie Chan is Chinese.
He is wild. But
to do that humor to serious to action to delivery, this man is killing. Like, this man is he's bringing all the passion with it, and you feel the, like, Kafka can go from like, hey man, I'm serious, but like, yo, I'm a goofball out here. But like, I'm crazy, but I got to do this thing and do it right. Like, bro, I that whole sequence is like great.
Man, it's incredible for real, and like the way he, I like the fact that Kafka even like, because Reno could have told on him tons of times and he didn't, but Kafka shows up. He's not super arrogant. He's just like, yo, I got this. You just chill. I'm gonna take care of it.
Kafka is the good everyday man. The everyday man who just wants to do something right, and he don't have an ego. And it's funny because he's trying to keep up with the young, the younger, and he's like, he's like, what
is this what the youth do?
It's just, I love it, man. But
Kafka is so funny to me. Like what you said, Coop. Like, he's trying to keep up in his human form. He knows he can't use part of his body as a kaiju yet. He hasn't mastered that part of it. But he's trying to do it all in his human form, and he sucks. He is struggling.
Yeah, he could use a little system.
And if he could learn to use just a fraction of his kaiju power, because like his power, like that, the kaiju he fought was a 6.5 or something, and they measured his. He was like a 9.8. Like,
yeah, like Kafka is kind of like possibly at this moment the strongest, other than number 9.
Yeah, because number 9 might be either on his level or a little bit stronger. Most likely a little bit strong, because our hero is going to have to, kind of like fight against adversity and kind of like raise his game up another level to be able to beat him, most likely.
Say, bro, Kafka, y'all, I don't know, because I know Coop isn't gonna like this comparison, but I think Kafka and his guy kind of like one punch and I can't think of his name, but
I mean,
his cyborg homie.
He did the one punch. Yeah, it's some ring. Nah, I'm not mad at that. Because that's what made the first season of One Punch Man work. Him and Geno's, because it's funny.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the straight man to this goofball, overpowered goofball who can do all range of stuff, but you got to have somebody like a Geno's to play off of him, and it works absolutely perfect timing. Because he was like, "Oh yeah, don't tell nobody," and then he was like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." The old homie chopped him side of the head, but you weren't supposed to transform, man. Because basically, you know, if you really think about it, like when you are privy to a crime that killed kaiju and you know this, you kind of on the hook too. It's just if they wanted to arrest you as well. So, you know, how much do you want to be known or whatnot? But, you know, I have read ahead. I ain't gonna say nothing. All I'm gonna say is, again, it's gonna be it's a great cast, man. I'm telling you, it just gets better and better. And I do like the vice commander. I love when he gets his shine, man. He's hilarious because he just like hired them now for comedy reasons alone.
Yeah, man. He had to do them like that, man. He was laughing at he had to do them like that, man. I was like, you wrong.
I ain't mad at him for it.
I mean, he laughing all out loud at him. I was like, dang.
Bro, they the only ones. They the only ones.
Now, also that the way he locked Kafka, the way he locked his body into the ground to deliver, I was like, bruh, he about to punch this man like with the force of like a million suns or something like that. And this is the second punch, and they even Mina, I think Mina's lieutenant, where it's like we've seen something like this before, where it seems like a kaiju just exploded. Because he exploded he just pimp smacked one. The other one, he punched so hard that the legs were still standing. Like, bruh, he's strong on another level. He's strong.
And this is before he, I don't know if if he gets upgraded. I mean, every show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna gain some kind of understanding or whatever, get stronger.
Yeah, this is him before all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is ridiculous. Like, yeah, he gotta keep all his powers under control and himself under control. But I'm thoroughly pleased with this show, man.
Yeah, and also I'm loving. Blurtish is loving.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Kaiju number 8, man.
This is another example of a show that I did not like the trailer, but I like the show.
This is what we be trying to tell you, Mike. They cut bad trailers.
He said they cut bad trailers all the time.
Just for people like you. For no reason. I can't explain
to
why.
Make people not want to watch it? I thought trailers was supposed to make us want to watch it.
To not show you everything. Isn't that what everybody be talking about in the West? I don't know. They cut the trailers in Japan for whatever they think gonna work for they people. It just works different. But what they could have cut, first of all, shout out to whoever did the CGI opening. I kind of don't skip it all the time. It sounds wonderful. The music, the score in Kaiju number 8 is dope. It has an appeal that if you have watched like
straight up bops, bro.
Super Sentai,
straight up bops.
If you watch Super Sentai, if you watch Power Rangers, and you watch Godzilla, but to have that modern day, like you say, bops to it and just feel to it, it's atmospheric, where it's pushing, it's adrenaline fueling, but it's also kind of displays the imminent danger of it. It's the best way I could put it.
I feel you. I do like the intro is an intro that I do not skip. I don't skip the intro. I like it visually, and I like kind of the atmospheric kind of music it brings. But I'm wondering where the show is going to go tonally, because the atmospheric feel of the music in the intro seems to be made for a more serious show than this. So it does make me wonder if we're going to get a little more serious as we go on.
Well, think of it. The only person who's really not, they kind of joking and laughing a little bit, but the only person who's kind of lighthearted is Kafka. So it's going to kind of get, the vice commander is laughing at him.
Mina has said, like, Mina's so serious. She said, like, what? Three
Ain't no
sentences since the beginning of the show.
ain't no joking in him and her. But shout out to her. She came there and said, she did her duty. Said thank y'all for saving, the director's daughter. Because old girl is the director's daughter, who is like possibly the strongest person. So that's why, she's well trained. She's trying to push it. So, her daddy is super duper important. Like, so
Hmm. But
yeah, so
Mina
that's
still didn't say nothing. She looked at that man in his face, ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
because he ain't made it yet.
Yo, look,
She care about him though.
you can still say something to the dude that saved saved the general's daughter or whatever, the king's daughter, not the king's daughter, but whatever, I don't know, State Department, whatever it is, saved him and saved tons of other people too.
She don't know that. She don't know that.
Oh yeah, it's true. She
Can't really. He ain't supposed to be saying it. What she's happy is that he survived. That's why she went to old boy and thanked him because he was the one carrying her. She didn't. Nobody saw all that other stuff. Only those three know right at the moment.
True.
So she's happy. Like she's all business, but you see, she was out. Like my boy made it. That's why she was listening in. That's kind of her being nice for now.
He said for now.
Yeah, so I loved how they're writing Mina. I love how they're writing Shia Mina. I love Shia Maya.
Shino Maya.
Shia Maya, Shina Mina, probably Shia Mina. Shinomia, I'm sure it's probably like Shinomia if you wrote it all together. So
yeah, because she know me, yeah. So yeah, something like that.
Probably like Shimia. How I said it? Because it flows together. I'm sure. Because that's her last name, I think so. But I like her character though, and I think you're gonna get to like her even more. But like when I love that they let that little thing slip out, where she's like, I don't want nobody to die on the battlefield. Like I might be arrogant rich girl, but I'm not here to just stun on you. I'm here to like be a hero. So I like that they're setting this precedent with all these characters early, and since everybody's not, nobody's really like petulant children, they all got the same goal to like, look, we gotta win. Like it is kind of dark, and you're gonna understand why. Like you got to take this job serious to a point. Like they, everybody can't do it, and we need y'all to do it.
And now we got. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some kind of investigation or something because, now we have a kaiju that seems to be like reviving dead kaiju and also giving them either more powers or back powers that we took from them. And we see him or it as a man or either as a kaiju that can pose as a man. So this is a huge threat, especially if he's not the only one. So this opens a whole new door for us story-wise, where it's like, oh, okay, cool. There's something to get into. We got more, little mysteries going on.
Yeah,
I'm ready for this. I'm ready. I'm for real ready. I'm ready.
The music alone keeps me coming back, and the animation, and I like it. That's all I got on it, man. Kaiju No 8.
All right, well, cool. I'll throw it to you. I'll throw it to you last. What you been watching, man? What you been watching in these streets, Coop?
Watching everything that we just went over. I'm gonna, we went over. I'll do Delicious in Dungeon. I'm not gonna be long on this one. It's been intense the last 3 episodes. If y'all don't watch, it's crazy. I love the nonsense. They went back to slight nonsense this week. They're still like, progressing down the dungeon. They trying to get to the 6th floor. So this is kind of like, it's an episode, but like an in-between. There was this long, weird floor to get to the 6th stairwell. And then all of a sudden, it's like a snowstorm. It started getting cold. It started losing visibility. So the night Lyos, they're like, hey, Mal, everybody, I can't really see y'all. Everybody grab each other's hand. So Lyos grabs, he grabs the elf. Then the elf grabs the half pint, the short dude who's a thief. Then the thief grabs the elf girl, the magician. she grabs another hand, pops up, and you can't see. So after they get to the storm, it was complete foolishness. They had mimics or shapeshifters, which was his own monsters creating these illusions to look like them. And it can read your mind to kind of pull out ideas. Now, we as an audience can see about like it starts off funny. Like, it pulls its memories how your party members see you. They all see the knight as a goofy dummy, right? So his mimics are easy to see. That was funny. They're like, he's all derpy and stuff, and then they locked him up in the room. They're like, all right. The joke was mimics don't really fight you if you don't attack them violently. They're like, all right, you fakes, get over here. Then they had to go through the process of elimination, and guess how it gets back to cooking. And he's like, I can't tell. So there's like, we got to count on this dummy to pick us out because the rest of them had their clones that looked pretty good. The only one who cloned was obvious. That wasn't to me. Him was like this good-looking version of the dwarf, and they even joked. It was jokes this time, but still good. There's like, don't he look more handsome? And Elias is like, Shinji has always been handsome, so I don't know. So it's just like, and they're like, we're gonna tell by cooking. So y'all gotta cook some stuff, and then I'm gonna be able to tell by that. So he was able to kind of suss out how they reacted to stuff and how they did it. And then it was like some type of dog doing genjutsu that they had to kill. It didn't take long to kill. It was funny how they killed it. He's like Bear Grylls. He's like, I'm gonna imitate a dog and I'm gonna scare it. The elf girl, she just like walked up to him while he's doing that junk and just like burned it alive. Like, come on, bro, we ain't got time for this. Very hilarious. I just recommend. I love this show. I really, again, did not think it was going to be my Vox replacement. And it's getting nuttier and nuttier. But I just love the whole process of them having to figure out they doppelgangers. And then it ends on a cliff note. Some type of magic ninja girl pops up. Gets in their way. So it's like, it gets dangerous and more dangerous each episode. But they're going to still fit in cooking some type of way. So that's delicious. V-Hit, it has the weird release schedule. We wouldn't do it last time. I'm not going to be long on V-Hit just because a lot happened, but a lot, didn't happen per se. But the biggest thing is that they finished up the date, and it went bad. Snapper gets jumped. I'm glad that you see how
bad.
It went terrible. Like I said, what did I say? It's gonna
that ain't the word.
It's gonna get really bad, and then it's gonna get really, really good. So this is the tipping point that pushes Haben. And I just love something about the writing that these web series, these Korean web series do. They don't really waste time. Like, it's kind of moving slow, but he suffered all of that. But I like that Haben didn't. He suffered for a month, but he's like, I gotta get better. And yeah, this is where you do train. I know I joke about training, but I don't like.
I felt good seeing him do them push-ups, man. Getting in the gym, getting right. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. I don't want somebody to come in the gate and be like, "Yo, I'm Superman." I want him to be like, "Look, this is how I became. This is how I got strong." Like, yes, I was strong, but this is how I tuned and focused my energy. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna just stop you right there. I mean, for me, if you got powers, I don't need this extra fine tuning unless it's really needed. For Haben is a human.
Remember, the Hulk had powers, but Thanos took him down. Why? Because he had technique.
I'm not going to even address this. I'm going to address
You gotta have technique, B.
I'm not even going to address that, Mike. I'm going to stick to the show this time.
He said, I don't want no cartoons lifting weights.
I'm just saying, I'm fine with Haben because Haben is a stick. He's Peter Parker without powers. All right? He got problems. He's a poor kid. He ain't doing right. He ain't doing well.
Is his mama sick? Is his grandmama sick? His mama sick?
His mama is laid up with cancer, waiting for a transplant and other stuff. Yes, it's bad for him. So he ain't got nobody but himself. So yes, to see him go to that day and then the return of Paco, strip that man down, and he was I like that Haben, even in his own terrible defeat, he was like, I'll show I'll get butt naked just to curse you because that's how much I don't like you. My pride be damned. But old boy was like, nah, man, you ain't gonna disrespect yourself like that. Even though you holding him by the drawers, lifting him up like a baby, it's kind of pretty disrespectful too. But I get it. It
He
just,
was trying. He was
you
trying to
know,
keep it. He was trying to keep his little bit of dignity he had left, man.
it, that dignity is shot. But the fact that he can be like, Snapper, like I say, Snapper's coming around and came around like, man, bruh, I'm sorry, bruh, don't come to school. And then he just pops up. And it's going to, this is the episode that's next what we've been waiting
Yep.
for.
Like, yo,
And
thank you. Because when they ended the episode, I was like, you know what? I'm mad, but I'm alright. Because I know when we get to the next, I know it's gonna be real.
So yes, even though this is a short season, if they go a while, it's gonna be a lot of these shows are set up to be long running because they're not doing long seasons unless they have a mysterious second core lined up and they just like, all right, drop it. But you know, maybe they learned from that other show that dropped too much. Not gonna mention it no more. But I just think, but what you're about to get is some of the stories about to really pick up, where Haben is going to keep leveling up, keep training, keep learning stuff, and meeting new people. So this is a real setting of the table season, but he's about to get his real first victory to set up what he got to really go through and how the stakes start getting bigger, becoming famous, becoming a bigger streamer, people taking notice of you. So, you know, you go from kind of a nobody, you're on the first level, now you about to get to level 2, level 3, and the game is about to get really complex, a little weird, not weird in a bad sense, but it's just going to get harder for him in life. And it's just like anything. You know, like when people see you doing good, you leveling up. Like Mark, you know, without going deep into it, when Mark was, you know, talked about on his job before, or we mentioned it through our pods before. You know, you trying to progress and people trying to plot against you.
Yeah,
You know,
trying to
just
hold
nonsense. You know, people, you know, giving you bad reviews, doing this stuff. People don't want you to go over
shine.
People don't want you to make pods over 20 minutes. You know. They have problems. So
people want to compare your YouTube channel to YouTube channels that have corporate money and stuff. But
got
you know,
corporate backing of millions, you know, hundreds of thousands, and a whole staff. But sure, you know, 20 minutes.
Oh boy, but yeah,
the pause button. Anyway,
I'm glad he got out of his way in this episode because he was about to screw himself over again with the whole fake toenail issue. But you know, it was nice to see that, you know, Monsyung was like, yo, look, like, yeah, we go to class together, he cool,
you know,
yeah, he held him down.
He held him down for now. So for now, you know, just keep that in your back pocket for maybe about a year or so. Now it's gonna take a while, but for now, and you know, but Monsyung is overly a good dude, you know, because he used to be a terrible dude, and his backstory is gonna be pretty kind of. Everybody's backstory gonna be kind of sad. The only person who I'd never seen a backstory through this is Snapper. I guess basically Snapper is just like, hey, I want to be a director. I'm kind of a trash dude, but you know what? I'm gonna follow this dude and I'm gonna make him a star. So I guess his backstory is pretty easy. Like, hey, I want to be a director. This is how I'm gonna do it. You know, so makes sense. But you know, everybody's story is gonna be a little sad, little tear jerkerish, little depressing. But that's apparently Korea webtoons. I'm used to it now, but you know, but the wins in V-Hit in the story is gonna be good. In fact, another show, I love when the music drop. It's like, it's sometimes like, does this fit? But it fits. It's like, it makes you want to get up, pump your fist in the air, and be like, root for this dude. You know, it's like Revenge of the Nerds if they actually had to fight. You know, ain't no smarting your way out of this.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to throw heads.
Homie came out of the blue on him, made him strip like Nino Brown. I'm like, dang,
bruh, just disrespectful, hateful. So,
but see, I like how he had to go to ground. He had to go to ground for about a month, get his body right.
And I'm gonna say this, because this is you, Mike, and without joking, I think they're gonna, if they show it in the story, you'll see more of how he actually trained and I think you're gonna dig it.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the process of my boys growing. You know what I'm saying?
So,
But we got
that's all I got on V-Hit. Like it's not complicated. The next episode is gonna be the episode.
but we got one more thing to hit though. Oh yeah.
Is it time for Mark singing?
Mark, you ready to sing?
I mean, these demons in my head.
That's right.
Vengeance is the only way. Oh yeah, I started that one up. It was great.
Hey man, this show is not perfect, but perfectly perfect for not being perfect, and I don't care.
I like it.
I love it. This is for us old men.
We all got closure. We all got closure we needed.
They did exactly. They didn't do exactly what I wanted, but they kind of did do exactly what I predicted, and I loved it. I predicted close enough, and I'm happy. And I love Uncle Mike.
We took down Alza. We took down Yamaji, and you know the day is saved. That's all we needed.
We're gonna get Zai redeemed.
Yep.
You lost another character that lost an arm.
Man, arm just gone. It'll be alright. We'll get it back. Like it was robot arm or something. He'll be alright.
We can get him a cybernetic arm maybe in this future. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, use some leftover Alza tech or something. We'll be alright. It won't be too bad.
How did we start with this? What was y'all favorite part of the season finale?
Of the season?
Yeah, this is it. That was the season. Oh no, the season finale.
Man, this is tough. Straight up, when Mike was chasing down Joseph, it's a tie between that
was so
and when
real.
He was like, "You ain't getting away from me." He was like, "Don't you run."
Man, Mike. First of all,
Mike is the hero
like
of the show.
Bruh, Mike, this show is like 3 shows in one. Like really, what planet of Die Hard is Mike from? That boy took a car and knocked off a plane.
Yo, man, look, he said
and got out the plane.
The only thing was missing is him saying, "I gotta catch a plane." Like that.
Oh, bruh, dude exploded. He just wrecked his car. Mike ain't got no cuts on him. Jumped out. And
I told you, Karate Man don't bruise on the outside.
Alza, how you younger and you do all this running and you still running? Like, what's wrong with you, Alza? How you just out of shape?
Yo, man, that treadmill ain't got nothing on that years of FBI experience.
Oh, that years of you basically killed my surrogate daughter.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, he was fueled by, I want to put my hands on you and do bad things to you.
And what did I say? I said, this is what would be perfect. Let old boy, the computer hacker who was done wrong, one up Alza that way, and Mike had to put them paws on one Joseph Alza.
Man, look.
I'm going to rewind that after we watch this.
Took him out.
Needed that, bro.
I needed that. That was the closure I needed. For all the times Mike that got shot at, that got knocked in the hospital, that lost his surrogate daughter, had to beat up his boss, his ex-partner, lumped him up.
Yep. Yo, Mike beat up a whole bunch of people.
Had to lose his reputation, and to just all the stuff he went through. Mike might be the blackest and one of the best black characters in anime of all time. And I know the general public, I know there's some weird discourse about it. I know how the people feel about the suits sometimes in animation. I don't care. I mean, I know it ain't perfect, but I like it. But I don't hate it. But at the same time, Mike made it all worth it, bro. Just the fact of what all the
Mike is down with us, man.
Mike made it worth it. Agent Mike made this show super duper worth it, bro. As a 40-year-old plus black man, I am so proud that he is us and we are him.
Yo,
and he did
he
exactly
punched Joseph like, I don't know, 10, 12 times, then pulled the gun on him.
when because did he shot his ear in the flat. I thought he killed him. I was like, I know he probably didn't kill him, but he still shot him. Like, I love it. He thought he was gonna blow them up. He was like, I got you. Oh, I ain't dead. Oh, your bomb ain't working. Come here. Let me straighten you out real quick. Then he gonna talk all that. I'm gonna be out of jail and I killed you. I killed them. Man, bruh. Alza, you ain't got no hands, bruh.
Like,
And
bruh, Alza is like, he like a male Karen. Like,
the world knows
he talk
you
all that noise, but he ain't got no hands, and he really just gonna punk out.
The world knows you a whole terrorist right now. You threaten the world with nuclear fallout. Okay? I don't think nobody will care if this FBI agent rough you up, bruh. You lucky you lied. You lucky Mike has morals. You know, you lucky this ain't reality where a cop can be like, I feared for my life and I killed you. You know, of course nobody believed it, but I don't think nobody would have cared if he took Al's out. But then again, the government were in on it, you know, so
they probably would have been happy because they didn't have him to possibly take the stand and say anything.
And rat on them.
Honestly,
yeah,
maybe so. Because, I mean, when it went all the way up to the Secretary of Defense in America, in the White House, you know, and it just conveniently got wiped away, you know, thanks to the ninjas.
Yeah, the ninjas, and that's the other side. The whole part of, like I said, I was like, yo, Zai is going to come back. He's going to fight alongside Higan against their surrogate father, which at first I was like, oh, man.
But you know.
Oh, come on, Zai. You doing wrong. But then, yo, he made the right choice, man.
I mean, they pulled the Star Wars, man.
True.
So, I mean, you know, it was cool and stylish. Amaji was getting it in. You know, at first I thought, you know, he was getting destroyed by Higan was putting that sword play on him. Hey, Amaji look a little old. But then I don't know, all of a sudden he power up, then Hibaji like, look, man, this don't work on me, Playboy.
He was like, hold on. He was like, hold on. Let me show you God's will.
I was like, what? Forget domain expansion. This man pulled out God's will.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level. He was like, your secret art, that's all you got? He was like, let me show you God's will.
Like, bruh,
yikes.
I don't have much to say. I mean, and honestly, in a weird way, Ninja Kamui ain't got much to say either, but they do it with so much style and action. It just was like, yep, you gonna play with my mind, you gonna play with this genjutsu of mine, we gotta kill you. It's
and
like,
this is a good example of a story being just a revenge story and giving you a little bit more than what you expect, especially when it comes to the B plot with Mike. But also not trying to do too much, not trying to overcomplicate things.
Reinvent the wheel. They like, oh, you know, Die Hard, you know these buddy cop action, you know kung fu movies, you know Blade Runner, you know Dash of Star Wars,
yeah, you know John Wick, you know, kind of like Wick. Those, just you know, those kind of films.
Put it in a blender, mash it together. There you go. And we're gonna give you some couple of weird freaks along the way. You know, rest in peace to Little. He made it really disturbing for about 4 or 5 episodes. Rest in peace to Dilly. Rest in peace to Big D, or AKA Fade.
Rest in peace to Mari. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to Mari. Rest in peace to his family. You know, like this is one of those. I remember. Like Mark, remember the name of this theater, Robert E. Lee, you know, named after that guy.
Theater, yeah.
I don't know how my older brother got my parents to go to this kung fu movie. It was an 80s kung fu movie. I vividly remember it as being good goddamn bloody. And you know how it ended? Everybody was dead in a back alley by a Volkswagen Beetle. And it just the camera just panned out, and it was like some Chinatown turf wars kung fu action movie. I wish I could find the name of that thing if I knew and rewatch it, because I'm like, it just burned a hole in my head. I was y'all like, wow. I mean, they were fighting with size, bow staffs, and they got it in the back alley, and it ended, and everybody died. The 80s, y'all.
Yo,
But,
the 80s was wild.
So I should not have been allowed to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, this man, look, when I was young, I saw RoboCop, and I know I shouldn't have saw that.
It's like, wow.
I saw Alien, and I know I shouldn't have saw Alien. Like, bro, I could barely go to sleep. I was in my room. I had the flashlight on, like, as long as it would stay on. Like, bruh,
Alien,
I shouldn't have been watching that stuff.
On TV was disturbing. The edited version was disturbing.
Yeah. Because it just looked, it was so slicky and nasty and
busting out your stomach
weird,
with
the large head and the second mouth. It was just, yeah, when I was little, man. Now I love Alien franchise, but back then, I was scared out of my mind.
And man, nobody can hear you scream. And apparently nobody can hear you scream when Maji put God's will on you. But he had to go, and they just, I loved it, bro. And he gonna show you he is the ninja of all ninjas, the top of the top.
He's like, look, we gonna make a new way for ourselves, man.
That boy pulled out the thunderclap. He's like, you can do my thing too. They don't explain why. He just cold, and he took Kamaji down. I don't need nothing explained for me with this. We know who had to go and why he had to go. I just hope, is there a possibility of a season 2? And I have a weird request.
I'm here for it if there is,
All right, what's the request?
I want a prequel of younger Mike and him solving crimes, and or older Mike still continuing to solve crimes. You can give me 6 episodes and I'll be happy.
You could give me old Mike versus younger Mike via Gemini Man anime.
Oh wow!
Yo,
don't give him no ideas. It's not.
He said don't give him no ideas.
Let's not go there. Let's pick one or the other for now. But give me both. I don't know. But
don't give him no ideas.
All right, gun to our head, and vengeance is the way. Would you pick a series with Mike going forward, or would you pick Hagan coming back and continuing his story and maybe building the new ninja clan or something?
I would kind of do a bit of both. I would flip it though. In this case, Mike would be the lead, and we would call in Hagan like in episode 7 to do like one quick thing for us and then bounce.
Because it couldn't be called. I guess it could be like a Ninja Kamui story, but it would have to be called something different. So I guess
maybe like Ninja Kamui, Mike's return or something. Like Mike's been retired. He finally retired. He gave up the game. He's like, look, I snagged the big fish. We took down Alza. We did all that. The ninjas are gone. I'm retired, right? And I'm chilling. And then some case comes back, a cold case from his past. All right.
Oh, you know what? This is making
comes back up. And he's like, oh, I thought it was solved, but it ain't solved. Now I gotta get out my chair.
Or Ninja Kamui, Alza's revenge. He's still rich. He puts a hit out on Mike, and he has to survive. And maybe he does help with a few friends like Sai and Hagan and the computer dude.
But since we jumping in the future a little bit, and Mike already a little bit old, just when he get up out his chair, at least one time, going to give me one of those hit, and it was.
I don't know. He sounded like he almost said it a few times.
He get out that chair, he was like, hit.
I mean, look how he was running, bro. I mean, I ain't far off, but
he ran that dude down.
Maybe that's why Mike was so relatable, because I make that exact same noise when I get up out the chair. These be heard.
Bro. I'm sorry. I think
I love Mike for real, man.
If I make
Mike was such an unexpected great character.
Yeah.
I am thinking of finally making the anime-ish IG. Mike is gonna be my icon. That's it. That's the one.
Because Mike is the icon.
He's gonna be the icon.
He's an icon. Yo, shouts to Mike, man.
You're getting the blackest anime guy from my anime page very soon. Whenever I create it.
Word up. Well, we already way past time, so I'm gonna throw it. to the, of course, Kunoichi of the year, Miss Ninja Sama Cosplay. If you could, uh, give us a shout out, some final words of wisdom, if you will, and just go on and say peace to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Go on, show us the ninja way, if you will.
Well, all I really gotta say this time around is that when it's good, it's good. When it's great, it's great. And you better not wait because the other shows are coming and they're bigger and better and got a bigger audience. So don't get left by the wayside because sometimes people only can fit in what they fit in. So, get your story moving and that'll keep people hooked. So we shall see.
All right.
I guess I gotta tell people. Adios. I'm Ninja Sama Cosplay. I am at the Ninja Cosplay on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Still working on things for MomoCon, which is at the end of the month. So excited for that. Doing some old, doing some new, and yeah, hopefully I'll see some people there.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. The Dubious one. Give us some words of wisdom. Tell them where they can find you.
It is wise for you to finish Ninja Kamui if you haven't. It is also wise for you to watch Kaiju number 8. Man, it is so good, y'all. Go Loser Ranger. I love it. I love it. I'm Fighter D is my dude, and it's even though we still got a lot of questions. I'm still engaged, so I'm with it. We also didn't talk. We didn't talk about Viral Hit.
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh. We talked about Hobbin getting half butt naked. So
yeah, my dude. Okay, so Viral Hit. Watch that too. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on the Twitter. I'm Mark Wallace in real life. I'm out here.
Man, what up? All right, on to Koopa.
And the second, just what everybody said, keep your stories engaging. Hopefully it keeps moving brisk because as we talked about My Hero, Demon Slayer comes back next week. So the big ones are in play in spring. So
y'all better get up.
I'm probably not gonna drop none because Windbreaker has won me. Windbreaker, I was like, wondering first, but Windbreaker, maybe I don't know, maybe it's the literary fan in me or something. I want to see where these group of young troubled men go and how many faces get crushed in. V-Hit, I'm already all in on the story, and I just can't wait to see certain people get their face crushed. Loser Ranger, I do want some answers eventually because it's getting bizarre, but I like the bizarreness of it. And Kaiju No, watch it. Delicious in Dungeon, I'm so happy. Watch it, and it's a great dub. It's simultaneously dubbed, so this is one you ain't got to think hard on. You can add it to your rotation, and if you want to background watch it, that's cool too. And it's just it's so nice that we got options, man. Like we don't even talk, like Mike talks about X-Men 97 separately. We kind of talk about it separately on our respective pods. Then you throw in the madness of X-Men 97. This has been like, who needs the movie? I don't even need the movie theaters. People talking about, the movies are doing bad. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm so happy at home right now. That is ridiculous. But what I got coming up this Friday, once you hear this, if you are in Baton Rouge or close by, come see me at Tap 65 from 6 to 10 for Hot Art Cool Nights. It is a big art and music festival all along Government Boulevard. And I posted you can find it on the flyer how to find me, but it's basic government. Tap 65 is a very nice, pretty, beautiful looking drinking, eating spot with wonderful Indian cuisine. So come try it out, come shop with us. Also, May 25th, I'm going to be back at Anime Night at the Radio Bar. By then, we'll be about 3 weeks into all the big ones. If you're out then also close by, come check us out as well. I will be there. Probably Lazy Nerds will be there. DJ Booktooth will be playing anime openers, closers, all the type of stuff. We're gonna have cosplay contests and some dope bartenders, man. So it's a good time to be alive, good time to be otaku, good time to be a nerd, good time to be all that stuff. We're heading strong into a summer that people thought was going to be kind of slim pickings, and I'm feeling good. I'm happy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Oh, find me at Blurred, _ish. Keith Cooper on Facebook. If you ain't crazy, go to the Blurdish Facebook page. And yeah, that's where you can find me. And Linktree, Blurdish. And find me on Twitter as well. I started Tales of Kazira. It is beautiful, wonderful, kind of hard. I'm kind of stuck on a part. But follow it. I'm going to try to get through all of this story. I hope so.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Words of wisdom, guys. Look, y'all better take these recommendations of these shows and start watching, because y'all missing some good stuff. So with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time that you have to change into a kaiju to help somebody, but then change back real quick so don't nobody see you, we're just saying peace.
Peace.